Hi, friends. Have you ever wondered why people living in America often seem so independent, so outspoken, and sometimes even emotionally distant, yet incredibly driven and ambitious at the same time? Have you ever compared their behavior with your own culture and felt confused? It almost feels like they are wired differently, right? Psychology says there is a deeper reason behind all of this. The truth is, people living in America are shaped by a unique mix of cultural conditioning, individualism, and social expectations. Their brain is trained to prioritize self-identity over group identity, and once you understand this, everything, from their confidence to their loneliness, starts making sense in a very human way. Psychology says one of the strongest forces shaping behavior in America is individualism. This means your brain is constantly trained to focus on personal goals, personal success, and personal happiness. From a very young age, children are encouraged to make their own choices, express their opinions, and stand out, instead of blending in. Research shows this builds strong self-confidence, but at the same time it increases pressure, because your brain starts believing everything depends only on you. So when success comes, it feels earned, but when failure happens, it feels deeply personal. Another powerful factor is what psychologists call the self-reliance mindset. People are taught to solve their own problems instead of depending on family or community. It sounds strong, right? And it is. But your brain also interprets this as emotional independence, which can slowly turn into emotional isolation. For example, many people hesitate to share their struggles or ask for help. Why? Because they feel they should handle everything alone. Psychology says this is why someone may look confident on the outside, but silently deal with stress, anxiety, or loneliness inside. Then comes the concept of achievement-based identity. In American culture, your worth is often linked to what you do, rather than who you are. Your job, your income, your achievements, they become your identity. Research shows this activates your brain's reward system. It keeps pushing you to achieve more, to grow more, to become more. But here's the problem. Your brain rarely feels satisfied. There is always a next goal, a next level, a next expectation. And this cycle never really stops. Another interesting behavior comes from freedom of expression. People feel more comfortable sharing their opinions, even if they are controversial. Your brain learns that speaking up is a sign of confidence and intelligence. So people openly discuss, debate, and express emotions differently. For someone from a different culture, this can feel surprising or even rude, but for them, it is normal. It is how their brain has been trained to communicate and connect. Lastly, social mobility plays a huge role. People believe they can change their life through effort and hard work. This belief is often called the American dream. It trains the brain to stay hopeful, persistent, and ambitious, even in difficult situations. But psychology also says, when expectations don't match reality, frustration increases. Because your brain struggles to accept limitations after being conditioned to believe anything is possible. So when you look at people living in America, you are not just seeing behavior. You are seeing a psychological system built on independence, ambition, expression, and pressure. Their confidence, their struggles, their mindset all come from how their brain has been shaped by culture and environment. And once you understand this, you stop judging and you start understanding. If this changed the way you see people and human behavior, make sure you subscribe. Because understanding psychology doesn't just explain others, it helps you understand yourself on a deeper level.